Hello and welcome back to Riverbend Springs and Farming Simulator 25. So as promised, here we are, carrying on from where we left off last time. What we need to do is to start baling up the fields, I believe. Aha! We've started baling up the fields. Excellent. So we need to continue baling up the fields. Yes, I had forgotten where we got to, but no, it's all coming back to me now. So we need to get down to the other field that has been mowed, tedded, collected together, and we need to get that all done and dusted. Meanwhile, the rice harvester is continuing on. So yeah, we should have the rice done pretty soon. But yeah, this field here needs to be all baled up. Look how beautiful it is. Then we need to get the fields, or the bales taken off, and the fields rolled. Right. I've got a feeling this is going to give us quite a few bales. And here's the first one now. Baling, the one thing you can't put on a worker at the moment. I don't see why that wouldn't be possible in the future. Just a little bit of coding to work out. Anyway, this tractor is doing fantastically well with the baler, as expected. I mean, the tractor's huge. You really don't need a tractor this big for the baler. But once we've got all these bales made, you can see it's gone a bit darker. We're starting to get to the end of the bale netting. I don't know if we'll have enough to do this field or not, but if we don't, we have got some more in storage. We will also have to keep an eye on the rice planter. Make sure it stays empty. In fact, let's just scoot. Where are we? Scoot over there now. I don't think we're going to get down the end before it finishes and turns round, unfortunately. No. So that's a bit upsetting, but where are we? Right, back to here then. Okay, well, we'll worry about that when it says it's full. In the meantime, let's bale up this field.
Read my eyes, do I want to stay? If you thought you weren't made that way, it's the choices we make. We give and take, and I know you will keep trying. Said I think I know what you mean. Pretty good for a dumb machine. And you gave me that smile. We stood there for a while. That was when you woke me up. All this time, I didn't know I had my heart on standby. That it is love that I am feeling inside. What it means to be a human. All this time, I've been a fool for not seeing you shine. I let my circus know you say you'll be mine.
There we go, rice is finished. And that gave us a total of 22,254 litres, which is, I think, pretty good, if I'm honest. No idea what it gave us last year, but that's what it's given us this year. Really considering doing long grain rice next year, just because of the ease and the speed at which it is done, both seeding and harvesting. Right. So now that that rice is in the canning factory, we can make some rice boxes. Or we can make some rice rolls. I think the rice boxes were extremely good. It would make a lot more rice rolls, though. How are we looking for rice rolls? So, rice is 3,465 per 1,000 litres. Rice rolls, 4,692 in December. So it might be worth doing that. Can also do rice oil, but not now I've put it in there. Let's do rice rolls for once. Activate that. Yes. Right. Now, what we need to do is to collect up all the grass bales off the field. We will then move on to September, and we can start getting slurry down onto those fields. I don't know what else will be ready in September. It's possibly going to be the sugar beet. Or potentially sunflowers. I'm not sure. Right, we'll pop that there. Grab the bale collector. There is still room for plenty of bales in there, so in the storage facility, so we don't have to worry too much. But yeah, once the bales are picked up, we can then move on to September and get slurry going onto the fields, onto the 2 grass fields. I did say about rolling them, but I thought, well, they're already yielding massively well. Rolling is another job that's just going to take time, and it's time we don't have, so let's just crack on with getting them produced and moving on to the next month. So I'll collect all these up. We'll have a grand total afterwards. I'll do this off camera. And I will see you again in a minute. Load number 1. And load number 2, which makes 44 bales total, and I think that's pretty good. And yeah, I mean, absolutely fantastic. We've done really, really rather well there. Cows have got food. I think all the animals are sorted. The chickens could do with some food. What have we got in storage we could feed the chickens? Nothing. How have we got nothing in that we can feed the chickens? Was I really stupid? Did I give away all our chicken food? Have I sold all our chicken food? I mean, it does sound like the sort of thing I might do. But, not good. If that's the case. What fields have we got to go still? We've done the oat fields. I don't eat oats anyway. Cotton, sunflowers. Oh dear. I may have... Well, that's a wheat field there. We could buy that one. No, we can't. We haven't got the money for it. How frustrating. I think I might have messed up a little bit. Oh dear. Well, let's have a think while we put this away. Yeah, I really don't know what to do. I thought we had chicken food. I thought we even had a plan for chicken food, but it seems that the plan has gone wrong. Somehow. I don't think the chickens will wait another year for food. Right. There is a slim chance we might have to buy some chicken food. Right, anyway, let's move on to September. We'll take a look at the state of the animals. Oh, there you go, look, we've suddenly got enough money for that field, but I bet it's been harvested. Yep, it's been harvested. Oh dear. Right. Okay, so we've got stuff that's ongoing. We need to get some slurry into the fields. Onto the grass fields. So a worker could be doing that. In fact, it's better for a worker to be doing that, because then they use the slurry straight from the cow shed as opposed to from the tank. I really didn't want to buy chicken food, because that is a lot of food that is needed. That's really not good. But it's September, we can get in winter wheat. Although obviously it won't be ready till next year. Right, AI worker, off you go. What's going on with the rest of the fields at the minute? So 23 is not ready, 24 is not ready, none of the other ones are ready. In fact, they're all going to be ready in the same month, so that is absolutely going to be a pain. So we can concentrate on these 3 fields here. And I think we want to get some wheat or barley into the big one. Right. Where is my seed drill? It'll be up the top there, won't it? What else do these fields need? Are they going to need lime or anything? Yes, they will need lime. Okay, well, we'll start off by spreading lime. Then probably also manure. Excuse me. When's the last date I can do oilseed radish? I can do that in October, so... Although, I think all the other fields will be ready in October. October is going to be a huge month for doing stuff. That is going to require a lot of workers, because we've got sunflowers ready, we've got cotton ready, we have got sugar beet ready. There's going to be a lot of things ready. Right. Let's get the field limed and muck spread. Right, so that's all the liming done on that field. There's a worker now muck spreading. So that should go all right. That's the field we're going to be putting in the wheat in the second half of September. And I want to get a cover crop into that field and that field up there. Like I said, we're going to be extremely busy in October, so I want to get that done as best as I possibly can. Right then. So I'm going to do the slurry spreading on this field. Shouldn't take too long at all. And yeah, I'm hoping for a good level of slurry onto this field. It is... Are we on an automatic application rate at the minute? Yes, we are on an automatic application rate. So it is putting some down. Yeah. Not sure why it's not putting more, unless that's maximum it can put down. I don't know. Either way, we should have enough. It is raining now, as you can tell. So, yeah, there is that. Not super ideal. But yeah, as soon as this field's done and that field over there is covered in muck, then I think we're going to leave the episode at that point. It's been a really busy, good episode. I do still need to get the trees cut down on that bit over there, though. Those that you can see sticking up the other side. Really do need to get them cut down. Right, I think we're going to have to go back for another tank fill on this. It is applying it. It is applying it, but yeah, it could be better. But yeah, I think we will have to go for another tank fill. It takes so much slurry. But, I mean, that's not a bad thing. I mean, the cowshed is absolutely full of slurry, so... And we do want as many bales as we possibly can make for feeding the cows. It's just a big circle of stuff. I don't really know what to say. Right, as you can see, it's putting in a lot more in that section there. And I don't know whether that's because of the type of soil we've got. It probably is. So we're down to 21% of the tank now. %. Don't think we're going to get very far down here before we need to refill. Yeah, it's going down pretty quick. Oh, looks like the sun's coming out as well as the rain. I've not seen a rainbow in this game before. Maybe you can get them, I don't know, but I've certainly not seen it before. Okay, here we come then. That's the end of the slurry that we've got. We'll go and refill back up at the cow barn, and then we'll come down and continue to spread to get as much yield out of this field as we possibly can. Right, back once again with the full tank. It still applies it even where it doesn't need to, which is a bit frustrating because it means we're just using slurry for no reason, but it needs to apply it all up the end here. And then I think we're done. This end of the field is not the best soil type. Have a quick look on the soil map. Ah, is it because I haven't got the soil information on that one? It might well be. Not sure. I think I've got soil samples on everything else. That's strange. Right. There we go. That is the grass all done. Beautiful. Don't remember actually soil sampling that field, but to be fair, I don't remember soil sampling a lot of fields, so... and I obviously have done. Right then. So while the worker is finishing off spreading muck on that field, let's have a quick look and see if there's anything that we need to sell. No. So it's all about October. Cake, cheese. Next month we are going to make so much money. So until then, it's all about looking after the animals. We do need to make some more mixes up for the cows. Goats are doing okay. Sheep are doing okay. Probably ought to move the wool out of the sheep enclosure area though. Hello. Hello sheep. I've just appeared in your enclosure. Okay. Yeah, that would fill up overnight. Well, not that we're going overnight yet, but it would. Let's just pop on super strength and we'll chuck these into here. And I know it's cheating. I am going to get universal auto load. I've seen a few of the comments. I'm very happy with the idea of getting universal auto load, but I haven't done it yet. And I don't know why I haven't done it yet. But in the absence of universal auto load, that wasn't too difficult at all. Right then. Feed mix for the cows. Could do with the Doisfar. Here we go. Not connected to anything currently. We'll go put it on the feed mixer. And then we'll get a couple of mixes made up. Next time, it's all going to be about the seeding. We have got a large field to get wheat into. Oh look, I've got stuff in here. Brilliant. Let's get that emptied out to start with then. Yeah, I've got a large field to get wheat into, and that is 29, 30 and 31 combined. And then 2 smaller fields to get in some oilseed radish as a winter cover crop, which I believe we will need to cultivate in, but that's okay because I have got a larger cultivator, I believe, somewhere. But yeah, right, let me get these feed mixes made up and then we'll check up on the progress of the other guy. Alright, the cows are all fed and I've made up an extra mixture. In fact, there's tons of food to go into the cows next time. Well, not necessarily next time, but whenever we move on to October. The worker is doing really rather well on this field here. We're very, very nearly at the point where we have muck spread on the entire field, which is fantastic news. Although it is still raining. hopefully it'll have stopped by the time we come around to seeding. So it's only due to carry on until 1 o'clock. Maybe at the most. But yeah, we're going to leave the episode there for today. I'll let the worker finish, and then we'll move on to the next episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. Bye for now.